A long time ago in Arizona, I was sitting by a swimming pool and I hated my job. I hated my life. I wasn't wild about Phoenix. I was sitting talking to someone and I asked her what she did for a living and she said she was in advertising, and she told me about the industry and about what she did. She was a copywriter. And at that moment, I decided I was going to be in advertising. Came to Los Angeles, didn't have a job, didn't know anyone. And I started knocking on the doors of ad agencies. I realized I didn't know anything about advertising. So I called Pete Daly. I didn't know better. I called him 100 times. He finally answered his own phone, and he decided to see me. Lo and behold, they offered me the first ever internship at Daly & Associates. For 27 years, I worked at that company. I started as the assistant to the assistant to the assistant and ended up as the company's CEO. A lot of times I talk to young people about whether or not they should be in advertising. And I tell people, think about the fact that you've been hired by a client. Let's say it's Peter Pan Peanut Butter, and they send you to the agency sends you to Des Moines, Iowa to watch a consumer buy peanut butter and to learn from that experience. So here you are in a Kroger or in Des Moines, Iowa, and a lady is coming down the aisle with a kid in her cart. In about 3 seconds, she's going to put her hand up and she's going to pick, for instance, she's going to pick Jif. All these decisions are going to come into her head in about 2 or 3 seconds, and our job is to get her hand to move 3 inches over to pick Peter Pan. If you think the mindset of that woman and getting her to pick our product versus the competition is not frivolous, but it's actually very interesting, the psychology, the motivation, what she's thinking about, and we win her over to our brand, that is the biggest thrill of what marketing and advertising can do. So I say, if you like that example, you're going to like this business.